Hey Souls, Father James Arcadi here with an August update after our Vestry meeting last week on Thursday. I just wanted to share a few of the things that we talked about at that meeting and maybe a couple other announcements for what's going on here coming up in the fall. Maybe special highlight here to remind again, we're going back to our two-service schedule starting on August 25th. So two main worship services, 8:45 and 11 o'clock. Morning prayer, 8 a.m. for those of you who are hardcore Anglicans, come on out for that. So again, that's August 25th. Looking forward to kicking that off. At our vestry meeting, we had a ministry area a spotlight or highlight that we've been doing regularly. It just so happened that it was children's ministry's turn to share. So Bruce Knowlton is our vestry liaison for children's ministry, and we had the pleasure of having Sarah Cornwell there with us, our new director of children's ministry, sharing a bit of her work and her vision, carrying over from the great work that Jennifer Merck had done for the last couple of decades in children's ministry. And I'm really grateful to Sarah for all the work that she's doing to orchestrate this ministry and the various components on Sunday morning as well as on Sunday night, our treehouse offering that'll start up in the fall, and the various members of the team that she's bringing together to help out in this area. So full children's programming at both services starting on August 25th. Really excited about that and grateful for the work that Sarah is doing in that area. We talked a little bit about the budgeting timeline. So our treasurer, Jim Bolton, reminded the vestry of how we're thinking about budgeting. So kind of kicking things off here, even in August, to think about the calendar year 2025. We'll begin to have these conversations with ministry leaders and within vestry over September and October as we get into our pledge season and look at what our potential income might be from the tithes and offerings that you all give as members and parishioners to the parish, and how we're going to be allocating our budget for the next year. And hopefully we'll work on this process in the fall and get that all approved by December so we can start January 1st with our new budget. So anyway, had some preliminary conversations about that. So maybe you'll remember that we've been working on the misconduct reporting procedures policy. This is something that really began a couple of years ago when Christy Marcus was the senior warden on trying to figure out a way, a policy, a procedure to receive any reports of misconduct within our parish, both potentially by clergy or other leaders in the congregation. Amanda Brandamore has really taken the helm of this process over the last couple of years, and many people have spoken into this: Deacon Mary and Sarah Stanley, Mark Tater, our chancellor, Jennifer Merck for belonging and parish life facilitator, and children's ministry as well, Angle. And we finally had a good polished document back in the spring, late spring, I think it was maybe April or May, sent that off to the diocese. The bishop looked it over, our diocesan chancellor looked it over, gave us 2 thumbs up about that, and so we officially adopted that on Thursday. Really grateful to everybody who has put so much time and energy and effort into this really important procedures document to help guide us in any situations we may encounter in the future. We'll share this at the Vestry Town Hall at the end of the month. On the 25th, between the services, we're going to have a Vestry Town Hall, so we'll get that up on the website and get that ready to share by then. I just want to update you that that has finally come to fruition. The vestry also approved a facilities reserve budget policy. The basic idea here is always to kind of designate a certain portion of the budget to be reserved should there be any kind of emergency facilities, emergency building kind of issues. The roof blows off in some kind of tornado, an earthquake happens. Maybe we don't have earthquakes here. I don't know, a fire. Something that's kind of big that we need to have some money to pay for quickly. The vestry has designated a certain amount to be set aside in the budget in order to have that there just in case we ever need that. So that was approved also. We also certified our diocesan convention delegates. So our diocese annually has kind of their version of a vestry meeting, so to speak. It's the annual convention wherein we adopt policy changes, adopt the budget for the diocese, hear ministry reports too about things going on around in the diocese. And we have 3 clergy delegates. There's the 3 clergy, myself, Father Rob, and Deacon Mary. And then we're allotted, given our average Sunday attendance, 3 lay delegates. And so those this year are going to be Ann McCarthy, Jennifer Merck, and Adam Wood. So they are our parish representatives to Dawson Convention, which will take place the first weekend in November. I think it's the first Friday, Saturday of November, like the 1st and the 2nd. So anyway, that's kind of some important business as we continue to show our ties, our connection to the larger Anglican Church by means of our diocesan connection. And so I think it's a good thing that we participate eagerly in our diocesan events and the like. That was about it in terms of business at the Vestry meeting. I'm excited about the fall. I'm excited about the things that are up and coming. Again, the 25th sort of like kicks off our fall schedule. We'll have our Vestry Town Hall between the services that week. We're going to do a kind of fellowship hour, the Labor Day weekend between the services. We'll have a ministry fair at that 10 o'clock hour on the September the 8th, and then we're going to kick off our formal education information hour with Sunday school and adult catechesis on September 15th, which will also be the date then that evening when youth group and treehouse will also kick off with their fall activities. So even though summer is kind of coming to a close, and maybe that's sort of sad, I had one last trip to the beach last week, but I'm excited for the fall and the good things we have going on here. Really grateful for your partnership in ministry as we serve each other, as we serve this area. Grateful that we're all trying to pay attention to what the Holy Spirit is doing, both in our parish and in our own lives, as we try to carry the good news of Christ's resurrection to those who desperately need it. So thanks very much for being with me in this journey, and we'll see you around the parish. Thanks.